Hi, this is English Rise. If you care about understanding real English and understanding yourself a little better, you are in the right place. Consider subscribing and walking this path with us, one honest reflection at a time. Let us begin. There is a way of living that looks normal from the outside and feels empty on the inside. You wake up, you go to work or to school, you answer messages, you do what is expected, you scroll. You watch something, you go to sleep. Repeat. Days turn into weeks. Weeks turn into months. Months turn into years. Nothing is terrible. You are not in a disaster. But deep inside, something feels off. You feel like a passenger in your own life, not the driver. You are moving, but not really going anywhere that matters to you. This is what we will talk about today. Living without direction. What it feels like. Why it happens, how it quietly destroys your energy, your English, and your sense of meaning, and how you can begin gently to turn the wheel. Some signs that you may be living without direction. You often say, "I am tired," but you do not know what you are tired from. You feel busy, but when you look back at the last months, you do not see much that you are proud of. You jump between ideas. One week you want to change your career. The next week you forget. You start learning English, then stop, then start again. You compare yourself with other people's lives, but you do not really know what you want from your own. You feel guilty for not doing more, but you also feel no clear call to do something specific. Like being in a car with the engine on, music playing, lights working, but your hands are not on the wheel. Your mind and your days go in circles. This lack of direction does not mean you are lazy or broken. Often, it simply means you are overwhelmed. There are too many possibilities, too many expectations, too many voices telling you who you should be. So instead of choosing a path, you freeze. It also means you may never have learned how to ask yourself deep questions. What do I care about? What kind of person do I want to become? What contribution do I want to make? What do I want my days to feel like? Nobody taught you that these questions are your responsibility. School gave you subjects, not direction. Family maybe gave you rules, not a map for your soul. So you grow up, and suddenly people say, follow your dreams, find your passion, know your purpose. And inside you think, I do not even know what I want for next month. So you continue on autopilot, living without direction, not because you do not care, but because you do not know where to point your care. In this state, English often becomes another vague item on a long list of shoulds. I should improve my English. I should study more. I should speak more. But should, without direction, has no power. You study for a few days, then life pulls you in another direction, a direction you did not choose, but also do not resist. Emails, tasks, notifications, other people's priorities. Your English is not anchored to anything bigger, so it floats away. It is very hard to stay consistent with anything when you are not clear about why it matters for your life. Direction gives meaning to effort. Without meaning, effort dies. Living without direction also slowly changes how you see yourself. Every time you start something and do not continue, you collect a little disappointment. Every time you say, I will change, and you do not, you collect a little distrust in your own promises. After years of this, you begin to believe, I do not finish anything. I am not disciplined. I am just like this. This belief becomes a cage. When a new opportunity appears, a small voice says, "Why try? You know how this ends. You will stop." So you protect yourself from future disappointment by not beginning. You stay safe inside a life that does not satisfy you. Direction is not only about goals. It is about repairing your relationship with yourself, showing yourself that when you decide to walk towards something for real, you can keep walking, even slowly, even imperfectly. One common mistake when people notice they are living without direction is to try to solve the whole problem in one night. They sit down and say, "Okay, I will find my life purpose now." They become desperate for a perfect answer. What is my big mission? What is my passion? What is the one thing I am meant to do? They wait for a dramatic feeling, a clear voice, a movie moment. When nothing appears, they feel broken. Maybe you have felt this. The truth is, direction rarely arrives as fireworks. It usually begins as a small whisper, a quiet interest, a quiet dissatisfaction, a quiet curiosity. Instead of asking, "What is my final purpose for the rest of my life?" you can ask, "What kind of direction would make the next season of my life more honest and more alive?" You do not need a 10-year plan. You need a meaningful next step. So where do you start when you feel lost? You start with attention. Look honestly at your current life, without hiding, without drama. How are you spending your days? What takes your time? What takes your energy? What gives you energy? What drains you? You may realize most of your time goes to reacting to messages, reacting to problems, reacting to other people's demands. Very little time goes to building anything that matters to you. You do not need to judge yourself for this. You simply need to see it. Because you cannot change what you refuse to see. Direction begins when you stop saying, "I do not know what is happening," and start saying, "This is what is happening, and I do not want to stay here forever." Clarity comes before courage. Next, you can ask yourself 3 simple questions. Not to find a perfect purpose, but to find a healthier direction. First, what kind of person do I want to become internally? More patient, more brave, more honest, more calm, more disciplined, more loving. Second, what kind of life do I want my days to look like? More movement or less? More people or less? More creative work or more structure? More international contact or more local? Third, what skills do I need to grow to build this life? Maybe communication, emotional regulation, health habits, money management, and yes, maybe English. Do not worry about choosing perfectly. Just write the most honest answers you have today. These answers are not a prison. They are a starting point. A first, imperfect map. When you begin to see the person you want to become, the daily life you want, and the skills you need, English stops being a random extra. It becomes a tool. If you want more freedom in your career, more connection with people from other cultures, more access to ideas from around the world, then English has a clear place in your direction. You can say, "I am not just learning verbs and vocabulary. I am building a bridge to the version of my life that I actually want." Suddenly, a 15-minute practice does not feel pointless. It is not just study. It is alignment. Alignment between what you say you want and what you actually do. Direction turns practice into something meaningful, even when it is hard. Living without direction often creates a heavy kind of fatigue, not the fatigue from hard work towards something you love, the fatigue from constant hesitation. Should I do this or that? Is this right? Is this wrong? What if I regret it? What if I fail? Your mind is always thinking and rarely deciding. Indecision is exhausting. When you choose a direction, even an imperfect one, you reduce this mental noise. You still adjust, you still think, but you are not asking the same basic question every day. Should I move? Should I try? You have answered. Yes, I am moving in this direction for now. And your energy, instead of dying in 1,000 small doubts, can go into action. That does not mean you will feel motivated every day, but it does mean your effort will start to accumulate instead of evaporating. One fear that keeps people stuck in a life without direction is the fear of choosing wrong. What if I commit to this path and later discover it was not the best? So they choose nothing. They think this protects them from regret. In reality, it creates another kind of regret, the regret of never having tried. You do not avoid regret by avoiding action. You only exchange one type of regret for another. The question is, which regret can you live with? In most cases, the regret of a path that you tried honestly and then changed is lighter than the regret of a life lived on neutral. Direction is not a prison. You are allowed to adjust. You are allowed to say, "This was my direction for 3 years. Now I see more clearly. I will turn slightly and walk here." You do not need a perfect map to start walking. You just need a direction that is more honest than staying still. If all of this feels too big, bring it back to something small. Today. Not your whole life. Not your entire future. Just today. If you continue living without direction, today will look like all the others. Autopilot, reaction, random small escapes. If you choose just a little more direction, today can be slightly different. You can ask, this morning or tonight, what is one small action I can do today that respects the person I want to become? Maybe 10 minutes of focused English practice, a walk without your phone, writing your thoughts for 5 minutes, saying no to one thing that does not matter, saying yes to one thing that does. This action will not change your life in one day, but it will change how you see yourself in one day. From I am drifting to I am choosing. And when you repeat that feeling hundreds of times, direction grows. It is important to say this clearly. Having direction does not mean you will always feel certain. There will still be days of confusion, of doubt, of sadness. Life will still surprise you with things you did not plan. Direction does not remove the chaos of life. It simply gives you a way to move through the chaos without forgetting who you are and where you want to go. When a difficulty arrives, you do not need to reinvent your values. You already know, I want to live with more courage, more honesty, more presence. I want to grow these specific skills. I want to build this kind of life. You may pause, you may change speed, but you keep walking. English, too, will have seasons. Times of more intensity, times of less. But if it is part of your direction, it never disappears completely. You always return. Not because a teacher tells you to, but because you know this language is part of the bridge to the life you chose. Living without direction is painful because it quietly tells you, my life does not really belong to me. I am just here, watching it happen. That is not true. Your life is not a movie you watch. It is a story you are writing, sentence by sentence, day by day. You will not control every event in this story, but you can choose your attitude, your priorities, your efforts. You can choose what you practice, what you say yes to, what you finally say no to. Direction begins in small choices, repeated. Choosing to practice English for 15 minutes instead of getting lost in the next video. Choosing to ask yourself real questions instead of pushing them away. Choosing to take one step towards a life that feels more yours. You do not need to have everything clear to start. You only need to be honest enough to admit, I do not want to keep drifting. I may not know exactly where I'm going, but I know I want to go on purpose. From there, you learn as you move. You adjust as you grow. And slowly, your days start to feel less like an accident and more like an answer to the person you were always capable of becoming. See you in the next video.